Today's lessons I've titled, Hey Y'all, What's Over There? For this you will need a 10 by 21 inch drawing paper, pencil eraser, permanent markers, watercolors, paintbrush, and water. Let's begin by drawing the fence for your animals to look over. Use your hand as a guide. About every 4 fingers draw a little line about an inch high. Then you're going to draw a zigzag connecting those lines across. Now choose the animals you want to draw. There's a PDF available in the YouTube description of these pages that you're seeing right now. Now let's draw the animals we chose. I chose to do the lamb first. So I start with the top fluffy part, the face, and then the ears. And next I'm moving on to the donkey. I'm starting with his muzzle and I'm going to build it up. Then his eyes, the top of his head, and his ears. And the last part of the donkey I'm going to do is his mane, the front part. Now we're going to outline all those pencil lines. Make sure you're using a permanent marker because we're going to be water painting over the top. Carefully go over all your lines and then erase the pencil lines that are showing. Next we're going to paint the donkey. I have slowed up the video a little bit so that I can talk to you about how I'm doing the paint. I'm using a lot of water and a little bit of black to create a gray color. You control the darkness of your gray by how much black you're putting in that water. His ears and his face are a darker gray, then I'll be having his muzzle. For his muzzle, I want a lighter gray than his face, so I'm just adding a little water to the side and just taking some of the gray from what I had for his face. Now I'm going to add a little bit of red to that, and that's going to help me do a pinkish color on the inside of his ears. I added a little more gray on top to cut down some of the pink. Now I'm going to add a lot more black to that because I want to make the nostrils a really dark black and the mane a dark black. And now to paint the lamb. I'm really watering down that black because I want a very light gray. I paint the shadows on the ears but leave the tips white. And then I'm going to add a little bit of red for the pink inside the ears. And then I'm going to go back to that watered down black and do some curls on the tuft. And then I'm doing some shadows on the face and then going ahead and bringing the color all the way down on the face. And then I add a little bit more dark to make the nose darker and stand out. Now to paint the fence. The fence has a wood texture, so we want it to look like wood. So I'm going to use dark parts of brown and some lighter parts. I'm going to add some yellow in there, and that's going to lighten up that brown a little bit. I want it to go up and down with the painting so it shows the texture of the wood, the way the wood grain would be. Okay, the last step is the sky. Again, you're going to use a lot of water and add a little bit of blue to it, and then you're going to go horizontally across the paper. It's okay to see the lines. You want to see a variety of shades so it gives it some texture in the background. I had so much fun making these animals that I made a couple other samples. The first one doesn't even have a fence. But they were so much fun to do. Have a great time.